Hello friends, welcome to Databricks video tutorials. Previous session we have covered on DB utilities few commands which is related to file system and Databricks notebooks, how to run notebooks, and this session completely on variables. Variables means widgets. So how to use this widgets as a variable, mean how to create a variable and how to read the value, and what are the types of widgets available and how to use those things. So let's start with one by one. So here this variables, you mean you can read data, you can pass the data and you can read the data. Mainly if you are calling through Azure ADF, Azure Data Factory, if you want to pass any variable through Azure Data Factory, we can use these widgets. Just I will show you how to use those and what are the types we can declare. Like while creating a variable itself, we can create a types. Those all are text. One is a text, another one is a drop down where we can go with the drop down list, and a combo box and multi select. These are the four types of widgets are available related to creating variable types. Then after creating this, we can use a get. Get is for reading, and these are the four types we can use. Let's start with one by one example. If you want to know help, what you can do, just you can go with DB utilities, Databricks utilities, uls dot widgets help. So here you can see it is showing all with the syntax is related. Combo box, drop down, get is for reading, get a argument, this is the old one, and multi select, and cleaning, whatever you created widgets, if you want to remove, just you can go for remove particular specific widget, or all means we can use all, and this is a text type. So this all are available. You can say syntax is. Let's start with how to create a widget. So here there are three parameters, right? One is, first parameter is variable name, and second parameter is default value, third parameter is label name. Label name means, so whenever you are creating, it will create one label. How to identify, like if you have a multiple widgets, so if you want to identify based on this label name, you can identify. Just run this, how it will be created. See here, when we run this, automatically it is created in top here. Enter foo. So this is the label name, this is the value means, this is the text, and this is your widget name. So if you want to get this value, we will use db utilities dot widgets dot get. So that's why here you can say I'm printing that using, so the default value is text, that's why it is printing that. You can change that value, just you can run it again. See, now it is printing Ravi. So just you can go for printing. So this is the parameters, or you can say variables, where we can use. Here, so whatever values you are passing here, test variable, get that value. This is, so this is the parameter name. Here the first parameter we define. So same thing have mentioned in text like this here. DB utilities dot widgets dot text. First one is a parameter name, default value, and this is label name. How, where, like how it is displaying this label. It's like whenever you want to run manually, that time you want to give some parameters instead of calling through ADF. Sometimes for testing we need to give some values, right? So that time if you have multiple variables here, that time it's very difficult to identify which value we need to give, which is a variable, like that. So better to identify based on this label name. Just I am running this, I am creating another widget. Here you can see default value I gave here a, it is taken a. So this is the way we can get that value and we can store like this. So that is get means reading particular parameter whatever you have declared that, and printing here. If I change okay, just again read that running here, you can see. So whatever your value is giving here, this is the parameter name, or you can say variable name. So this is the way we can go for creating parameters or variables, and we can pass the values. So mainly this we will use for whenever you are running through runtime parameters. For example, same code you want to use for multiple countries, like you can pass country code. Same code if you want to use for multiple paths, like you can pass like a path whatever you are using, file locations or whatever it is. Same thing for credentials or whatever you can store here, and you can read that. So this is the way we can create a one type is text, another type is combo box. Let's run this one also. Here you can see combo box. I have a given a values combo box. Here you can see the 4 parameters. This one is a label name and this one is a parameter name. Remaining is viewer values. Okay. So you want to run separately, what you can do, you can get that. So get is a method where we can retrieve that whatever the value. See, B is there. So if I select C, now you can run this. See, so like this we can use this. Another one is, this is combo box. Another one is drop down. Here it's created select drop down. Here you can see, and you can go with the drop down multiple range values, like I have created range like this here. So like this it will be created. Okay, it will be created. See this range, same thing. If you want to remove, so as I told, if you want to remove any widgets, we can use remove and particular one variable. If you want to remove, we can use that name. Just run this. Remember this. Okay, where it's available. Yeah, it's removed. Okay, if you want to remove all, okay, just use remove all. Here you can see nothing is there. Again you can create, it will come here. If we use the remove all, it will be removed. So this all related to drop down, combo box and text. Then what about a SQL? Same thing if you want to run in SQL. So SQL also we can create these widgets, like create widget drop down. Here I am passing this from particular table. So first we need to create the table. So what I am downloading this data. So for SQL, if you have data in your table and that you want to use as input parameters, so we can use that. Okay, file already exists. What we can do, we can remove file. File already is there, just I am removing file. Then create a file. Yeah, you can comment this. Then just creating a data frame and creating a view. This is the baby names underscore table. So the table will be there, and I'm extracting only years. So from the table only years I want to pass that input parameter. That's why I'm extracting years. So there I can create a Now from this table I can create select a year, and I will create a widget for that. So let's run this. Table is already available, so just I am creating here widget drop down. Here you can see it is created now. Then how to use that widget? So we created a year, right? There we used the get. Now here we can use get argument. The difference you need to understand that. Get argument, remember this. So how to create a document? So we can use, there we will use widget.get. Here SQL we will use get argument and that widget name, this name, and that should be in single quotes. Let's run this. Here I have selected 2015, it is displaying 2015. If I change this 13, if I run, it is not changed. Okay, still it's fetching. You can rerunning, or it is taking time. Yeah, now you can see 13. Same thing if you change 14. If you run, here you can see 14. Like this we can go for using the same widgets in SQL. So but creating that widget is only difference is create, instead of DB utilities in SQL we will use create widget, and that option like text or drop down, whatever it is, different types are available, right? So I am using a drop down here, and the default value 2014 I am giving because it will select a default is 2014. Then choices from this table, same thing here I am using a text. I am creating another one text. Top one drop down we created it. Here I am creating a text default value is 10, that's why value 10 is there. Again you can so what I have created, so I am creating another table from this diamonds file. Then I am creating another widget drop down from this table. Then I am using in where class. See here. Okay, there is another way we can use directly in where class. In select queries we can use like this dollar and that one. So one option is get argument, here we used, another one is dollar. Okay, so like this we can go for using widgets in SQL. Then how to clear whatever you created. See here also we have a remove widget. So widget name, here you can see cuts is dropped. So like this we can go for using variables in both SQL and PySpark. So thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel to get more videos and updates on my channel. Thank you very much.